Warhammer? What the hell is this? Unity? Ooh, that's actually... these days Unity might not be the best thing. Hey, it's Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. It's out. It's M30231207? Something like that. And this video game has been released. Hey, look at that. Chinese? Nihongo. I think that's some manner of Chinese. That symbol appears in the Japanese name for China. Chugoku. Regardless, I'm gonna go with English, thank you. Display. Oh, I'm just gonna go with the default accessibility. Ah. That's always a good thing to have. What is... different variants of color blindness, I assume. Font size is probably gonna be fine. Continue. Photosensitivity warning. We're getting all the warnings. Be warned. This game is fucking dangerous. Absolutely. I've read all of that. It's fucking Rogue Trader, bro. This game just came out. It's by Owlcat Studios, I believe. Their name is. I might have missed their logo because OBS doesn't want to record the first few seconds of the game starting up. I believe Owlcat has made a few Pathfinder games, at least one Pathfinder game, which I haven't played, but I might in the future. Might even do it on the channel. What do we have in settings while we do this? English bloodstains, yep. Gore, bloodstains, absolutely. Hey, there's gonna be gore and bloodstains. Just to so you know. Yeah, that's good. Sure. I don't know why you want them limited. There's a warning. There's a warning. I'll keep it at 3. Why not? Tutorials. I'm gonna need some tutorials. I haven't played this game at all. Pause on lost focus. I don't know what that means. Turn-based mode is a very good thing. Just gonna have a quick check here. That looks fine. Sure. Since I'm recording, I'm leaving that on. My screen can... my monitor can do 144. But I'm recording this for the YouTube and it's not gonna be more than 60. I'm just gonna leave all these settings as they are. I'll see if the game starts chugging over an OBS. I just noticed my cursor doesn't show. Give me a second. There we go. Now I have a cursor and you can see what I'm pointing at. Very good. Now I think this is all good. I haven't played this game at all. I know there was like a beta or an early access or something. I don't really like to play games that aren't finished. I have a couple of times. But it's not something I'd recommend in general. We're gonna start a new game. This is fucking Rogue Trade. Would you like to opt in on sending games that... Nah. I'm not entirely comfortable with that. We're gonna take up the mantle of a rogue trader. Oh yeah, maybe I should talk about fucking 40k. Is this the first 40k thing I do on the channel? I think it is. I would consider myself a fan of Warhammer 40,000 to a point. I kinda don't like the direction the series, the franchise has been going the last six or so years. Gathering Storm is where I kind of feel it went wrong, and I honestly didn't get into it much that long before Gathering Storm happened. I was like, my first proper 40k army was Deathwatch, which I started with the Death Mask box that came with Harlequins and Deathwatch, featuring Watch Captain Artemis, among other things. But that wasn't my first encounter with the franchise. You might notice that Death Mask was not that long before Gathering Storm. Before that, I was familiar with the setting. I'd played Dawn of War. I had played Gorka Morka with my friends. And if you know what Gorka Morka is, that's it's the orc game that you play based on 2nd edition, I think, or even 1st edition. So what is a rogue trader? Some of you might not know, but the 1st edition of Warhammer 40,000 was called Rogue Trader. It was called Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. Rogue Trader was kind of the initial title of the project, which was going to be more of a role-playing game than a war game. But things happen. There's a long history. You can find tons of videos on it. But there did eventually come out another game called Rogue Trader, which was a tabletop RPG using the Warhammer 40,000 system from... Oh shit, wait, who did that game again? Fuck it. You can just Google Warhammer 40k pen and paper Rogue Trader game or whatever. It's in the same series as Dark Heresy and Deathwatch. Again, the game where you play as a Deathwatch Space Marine. And I'm also noticing there's a Space Marine right here. He's a Space Wolf. I've seen art of this guy. I imagine he's gonna be a party member in this game. Anyways, and I'm also noticing an Eldar. But they're also fighting. Are those Dark Eldar or Eldar? I'm not... I think those are Dark Eldar. Look at the spikes. Eldar is not my area of expertise. I do have 1 or 2 areas of expertise. I do enjoy Warhammer 40,000. I do enjoy Warhammer 30,000. The Horus Heresy is whenever I play Warhammer these days is usually Horus Heresy, which takes place a long time before, 10,000 years or so before the mainline 40k game, which I'm not really playing anymore. This is the main story. Take up the mantle of a rogue trader, the scion of an ancient dynasty of daring privateers that reign over their trade protectorate and explore the fringes of the known galaxy. Darkness looms over the bloodline of von Valancius as it faces multiple threats from within its own ranks and without, as countless enemies seek to destroy the most daring and brave agents of capital H humanity. It is up to you to hold the reins of this shattered protectorate and forge a new path for the von Valancius dynasty, currently finding itself in a vortex of wars, intrigues, calamities, and heresy. The stakes are high, and rise even higher as you cross paths with terrifyingly powerful and ambitious adversaries in the darkness of the Coronus Expanse. And if I'm not mistaken, the Coronus Expanse is actually where the tabletop game takes place. Normal. Daring. I am familiar with the system. Assuming they use the same system as the tabletop game. Surely you can change this later, yeah? Normal. They're giving me a bunch of... They're being kind. This is Warhammer 40,000. I don't want them to be kind. Though I'm not confident enough to go with unfair. Horde is... Nah. Let's go daring. That seems good to me. Choosing this difficulty is not recommended for playing... I'm going to continue. I'm gonna fucking pay for it later, probably. Of course I want a custom character. Gotta roll up a character. A rogue trader. A rogue trader! As they described, a privateer, essentially. Warhammer 40,000, the grim dark future of the 41st millennium, is not a very good place to be. And humanity, in general, is not a very kind people to the other races of the galaxy. Rogue traders are kind of possibly an exception. They're an exception to the strict rules of the Empire of Man. What's the Imperium of Man? That's it. The Imperium of Man generally doesn't allow you to... Oh, it kind of says here. Sure, get down with. You can create a rogue trader as one of a kind, embark on an adventure unlike any other in the world of Warhammer 40,000. Yeah. In general, the Imperium is xenophobic to a fault. Expansionist. They don't deal with the aliens, the xenos. They fucking kill them. Rogue traders can be an exception to that. Not all rogue traders venture to the far reaches outside what the Imperium would consider its domain, but they're more allowed to than others. Okay, we got... Oh, that looks like a that might have been a commissar once. It's not bad. I'm thinking I want something. So the other thing that I also like that isn't 40k but is also space and going around in space is Star Trek. So I kind of want to be something of a Kirk type, a little bit at least. Oh, this is a fun option to have, even if it's not my cup of tea. Do I want to be a lady? I don't know. I want to be the coolest character that I can find. He looks like he might have been an admiral or something in the... What is that called again? The Astra, whatever, who cares? Grumpy Man. That looks a bit like a model that exists, I think. So does this guy. I do like the shoop shoop whoop. Not bad. All of these are pretty good so far. What do we got here? And when I say good, I mean they look, you know, they look like 40k characters. Again, not the best place or time for a human to be. And these are like the ones who are more well off. These motherfuckers who have a bunch of cybernetic bullshit in their brains and whatever. These guys are the ones who are the most well off in this universe. So I have a bunch of like presets. I can... How deep can we go? Honestly, not very. I can choose kind of how wide to be. I can adjust hair. I can get a sick tattoo. Oh, that is that something you want on your arm? I don't think you want to be running around with that visible to people. Oh, those are all arms. Okay, I can get one. No, I can get 5 tattoos. I can add a bunch of chrome if I wanna. That's just a fucking Matrix port. Can get a few of these if I want.
You didn't stand a chance. Heresy grows from idleness.
Time to reap the spoils of the battle.
Unleash the storm of macro cannons.
So you can be.
Let chaos paint the stars red.
You can be straight up chaos man.
Death's hand reaches for me. The destination is known.
Watch and learn.
What curiosity unveils?
I'm just gonna go. Which portrait do I like the most? Which matches? What kind of playstyle do I want? I want to be sort of a speechcraft diplomat talking person who can avoid battle to some extent, who can just sort of manipulate and connive when needed and still be like, you know, an adventure person when that is called for. If I'm gonna have to fight, what do I want to use? Maybe I do want like a saber and be like a space pirate man, or like, you know, the kind of caricature character you would see in the golden age of piracy. These are psychers. These look like psychers. Do I want to be a psycher? Maybe, I don't know if I have a choice. That's pretty cool. Oh, he's got a robo hand. What is this? Oh no. Oh no, I don't, can I? If I go. Okay, now I'm getting the presets again. It's pretty cool. She looks like a military lady. I don't know about that. This guy's pretty cool. It's got like a cane sword. The portrait is pretty cool, but I don't know about the model, as it were. Pious might be too much. You know, that's a pretty classic ass image of the explorer. That's also kind of something I want to be. If I were to... Do I get any clothes at this stage, or is that something I choose later? It's kind of roguish. Oh man. This seems like a pretty default choice. Don't want to be basic. Part of me wants to be a little basic. I'm not gonna lie. But actually, the more I look at it, this is some fucking Treasure Planet shit. Let's roll with this. Just because of the image.
New challenge for me.
Look upon the
Oh.
Emperor.
Lay in the course. I'll see you destroyed. We need to investigate.
The Divine watches over us.
No.
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure. Challenges make the spoils that much sweeter. Macro cannons, open fire. This could be an opportunity. I always get the job done. Time to reap the spoils of the
I did fine. Fire the lance batteries. I'll mention this triumph in my memoirs. Ha! Another.
Keep your wits about you.
Let's go pragmatic. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Death worlds, like Katachan, for instance. Especially difficult to colonize many. Voidborn are people born in space, on void ships, or aboard an ancient orbital satellite. Live their lives on void ships, become inured to some extent due to the reality-altering yeah, Voidborn are kind of weird, but it's kind of cool too. Let's see, I don't exactly remember all the stats, but intelligence is good. Lore, I do want to be kind of lore knowledgeable. Anytime. That's pretty good. Huh. Ability talent uses a fellowship bonus. Use intelligence bonus if it's higher. A fellowship. Huh. Huh. Strange. Luck. I do like luck-based character. Hive World. Probably not what I'm looking for, but what do we get? Fellowship is characters. Okay, so yeah, we do want that. If we can get Fellowship and Intelligence up, and also I don't really want. I'm kind of mostly not. I'm looking for mental and social stats. So Force World, nah. Force Worlds, if you don't know, that's Adeptus Mechanicus shit. That's where they build shit. Ooh. What do we got? We got Ready to Serve. What do we... Aren't all... Let's read. 1 million planets hailing from hyper-technology to grimy fuel. Yeah, this is like the catch-all. Anything that doesn't match any of these. Ready to Serve. Allies non-damaging ability or effects an ally. Resolve is increased. Okay. Better to die for the Emperor. While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain plus 10 bonus to all characteristics and a plus 2 resolve. That sounds very good. No heresy. Imperial World characters gain plus 10% critical against Xeno. Yeah, fuck them. Lore. Ooh, that's not great. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype. AP, action points, I imagine. Stronger together. All allies excluding Xenos. If we get Xenos allies, that sounds cool to me. What about Fortress Worlds? Are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. Oh. So what do we got? Each time game plus 10 stacks, so never stop shooting. Perception is always good in RPGs. Combat, familiar kick. I don't want to be a combat man. This seems pretty good to me. Honestly, willpower is good, intelligence is good, strength I don't care that much about. Fortune. A Voidborn character can reroll any found dodge parry characteristic. That sounds pretty good. So we're like unnaturally lucky. And we're pretty smart. That sounds good to me. Next. Origin. Ooh. Okay. Astra Militarum Commander. I'm mostly going roleplay here. Commissar is pretty fun though. What do we get? Commissar's next single shot or single target melee attack applies a full. I can shoot an ally, yeah. Fellowship is good. Coercion sounds pretty good. That's gonna be your persuasion shit. I'll keep that in mind. Crime Lord. I don't know about that. No. Well, that's the hat in the image. So what do I get? I get brace for impact, because there's gonna be a ship. There's gonna be ship combat, right? Fellowship is good. Commerce is good. Demolition. That's not bad. For one round, the Navy officer and their allies in a 3-zone radius gain +2 deflection for each archetype. Take each archetype? Archetype defines again. We'll figure it out as we go. Skill modifiers. Okay. What do we got? Do not falter. Brace for impact. Get into cover. Spontaneously, I feel like this might be. Ooh, cave physics. Oh, that that doesn't look great. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll consider this. You serve me. One ally will become their servant. And tell me the noble's abilities affect the servant the servant gains. +5 to all characteristics. Huh. Fellowship. Intelligence. Those are things I like. Coercion, persuasion. Oh, we have persuasion and coercion. Manipulate through intimidate. Oh, it's not persuasion, it's intimidation. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm leaning towards this like immediately. You kill it. You protect me. You. This is funny. Okay. So I'm gonna like declare someone my servant and have them do shit. Sounds pretty good. Nah. Let's go with noble. Oh, does that affect which appearance I want?
Make the spoils that much sweeter.
Cause this guy is then more in line with kind of. Does anyone have? Oh, what didn't this? She kind of has it going on. In the portrait. But it's on the wrong shoulder though. Huh. I guess I'm gonna have to live with not looking quite like the portrait. In which case, how do you, that's kind of fun, but I don't know about the hair. And I'd want the hair in the photo to match in the portrait even. Nah. So do I want this? Nah. Let's roll with this, I suppose. That was our origin. We're a noble. Oh, and this is fun. We're gonna get a triumph. Your strong presence and that's good. Now I want Apex of Brilliance. My strong presence and persuasiveness stopped the feudal war. Oh, feudal wars are fun. Okay, what about Darkest Hour? Brand of Shame, Lore Imperium. What is Carouse? It represents the ability to resist negative effects applied by some poison stimulators or alcohol. May give access to new dialogue options. Ooh. Kidnapped for ransom and your captors mistreated you up until the moment you were released. That sounds pretty fun. That's... I don't hate that. Nah. Maybe? Dialogue options. Which one do I want? I don't really want to take a hit to a lore skill. Carouse. Let's take this. Sounds like an interesting backstory bit. And yeah. Okay, archetypes. Oh. So warriors are combatants, boasting exceptional melee prowess. What I want to eventually... What the fuck is this? Exemplar. Oh! Oh wait, what the fuck is this? Like a skill tree? Okay. I got max. What is an operative? Intelligence and perception to find and exploit weaknesses in an enemy's defenses. No one can withstand an attack from an operative. Analyze enemies. Dismantling attack. Intelligence, perception, weapon skill, ballistic skill. What about officer? Fellowship, willpower, toughness. Intelligence, fellowship. Intelligence. Do we want this? I don't really know all the rules, which I maybe shouldn't have put in the fucking background where I'm gonna go with operative. This sounds more interesting to me. Officer seems like the obvious choice for this character, but I think it might be interesting with more more of a analytical, strategic kind of thing. So I can boost each one like so. Perception. These are fine. I don't really care about these all that much. I'm gonna boost. I think perception is more important. Can I affect the skills? No, they're just what they are. In the tabletop game, you roll D100s, and you try to go below these values, making them essentially percentage chances. Perception. Lore. I like lore. I like lore, and I like persuasion and coercion. Those are gonna be my main focuses. Ooh, we get a fucking ship. Can I? Oh, name. Unforgiven is pretty good. The flagship. I guess. Oh, we don't get to actually like customize shit. I guess. Edit. Okay, that's just a name. 1.6 kilometers. This is a big ship. It's a big boat. Mightiest voyage ship belonging to. Is this the? Oh, well, it's a frigate. Is that the best we have? That's a little sad. Nevertheless, let's see what name we can get. Daring Destiny, Destiny Hunter. Mercy of the Stars is not bad. Ooh, Charybdis, like the claw. Invictum Irabus, Seeker's Haven. Nah, that's pretty rad. How many names are there? I wonder. Fatum Audacium. Guardian of the Brink. Unbound Avarice. That's pretty good. Righteous Absolution. Oculus Ignis. Redemption is horrible. Arcanum Redemptonis. Trailblazer isn't bad. But you know what? You know what? Can I be that fucking... Can I just... fuck, I can spell. I promise. I'm just gonna call it the Enterprise. Okay, is that fine? I'm playing the game. I get to make the choice. It's fine. Oh, we need a name. We need a name. Can't just call him Kirk, can I? That would be. This is a lady. That's a lady. Are these are all like we want a first name. We don't want two names. Let's be basic as fuck and call her Jane. And I can be like Jane Kirk, maybe. Outfit settings, is that a thing? Oh, I can change the color scheme. Ooh. What else do we have? Show helmet. I don't have a helmet. Backpack. That's fine. Let's go with the red. I like the red. And fucking 40 minutes. 40-minute character creation. Fucking easy, dude. Let's go. It's loading. Any day now. There it is. Press any key. Pressed any key. Service skills. Cherubs? Can't quite tell. It's a big ass door. Hello.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say?
Got it.
An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
Yeah. Oh, they have. Oh, that's kind of nice. Excellent place for contemplation. The man was... Vast temple. Can I look? Okay. You know, do we want to be like that? It's kind of a fascinating route to go. Can be a little... We're not an inquisitor, but we can be a little radical nevertheless. I'm a fucking rogue trader. I'm gonna fucking ruffle some feathers. I can say whatever I want.
An interesting perspective.
An intrigued eye.
However, allow me
Kunrad
to offer you a bit of
Voitvir.
advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by
It's a
certain
tutorial.
people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
But we also want to be a little sneaky about it. Yeah, I can just talk shit about the architects.
The particularities of my craft have made me a perceptive individual, capable
Yeah?
of seeing through to the root of things. Unlike millions of his devout servants. Trust me, your words could easily be interpreted a different
I'm aware.
especially by one inclined to do so. Allow me to introduce myself. Kunrad Voitvir, Master of Whispers.
Ooh, Master
in
of
the employ of
Whispers.
her ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencius.
Or are we von Valencius, actually?
I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Let's see. Yeah, I got it. I know what a rogue trader is. I haven't had... This gotta be, from our background. But let's play it cool. Let's...
My regards, mistress.
Mistress.
Or should I say,
Okay.
von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kingship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of a ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
Let's see. Okay, so I've been taken aboard this ship. Oh, this is perceptive. One of the heirs. The heirs, that's the word. I like this too, but let's go with
There it
this.
is. And you will meet him soon enough.
I see. I want to prod him a little bit.
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Yeah, he's he's the spy master. Yeah, tell me about...
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back, especially not on board her ship.
Oh, she has a warrant of trade, of course, because she's a rogue trader. These are important.
Particularly close attention.
These are like from the era when the Emperor was still like running around as a dude and wasn't a husk on the throne.
A woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger.
Oh, I guess maybe I'm not a rogue trader yet, actually.
Lady
Maybe I shouldn't be
Theodora
doing and saying
despises
whatever the fuck I want. I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address
But
it.
of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm
Patroness.
sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Continue.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are
Master
conversing the
Edelthrad
operation
von
plan.
Valancius.
Let us join them there.
End dialogue. A rogue trader to journal. Move your. Yeah, I'll get to it. Right.
I have a
No.
nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Okay. Control seam. Yeah, I can do
Keep your
that
wits
too.
about you.
Interactable objects. Actually, click left mouse button on the icon to perform the associated action. Doors or chests are not always marked with icons. Okay. Hold tab. Nice. Oh, wonderful. There's a dude in that chair too. Crew officer, technomat.
Is there money to be made?
Saving. We got auto saves, very nice.
One of the von Valencius trophy rooms.
That's a fucking Lehman Russ. No.
To your audience with the Lord Captain.
Okay. That's one of those turrets that you drop that no one has because they suck. At least last time I checked. Servitors. Oh no! Servitors are going mad. I guess we do combat tutorial. Nice.
Your demise is already calculated.
You've been ambushed. The battle begins. To survive in the grim darkness, you will have to face enemies of all kinds and fight for your life. Hints and tutorials will familiarize you with the combat system. Right, start battle. Crew officer does 4 damage. This seems to be our initiative order. Kunrad. Joint analysis. All battles are turn-based. Select a cell to move the character. Movement points, okay. 1 movement point is 1 cell. Okay, what do I have? I have a gun. What kind of range does it have? Not quite enough to hit it from here. Well, yes, but it's considered long range. What is this? Why did it look like that? Okay. So if we go, say, here.
Taking calculated risk is my second nature.
Action points, use abilities. Every attacker ability has action points. Let's just make it simple. 1 action point says boom. That's pretty good damage, I think. Can I not move after taking an action? I don't think I can.
I'll
Can I-
see to it personally.
I'll reload, I suppose. Can I anal cyst, this guy. Plus 3. I don't know what exploits are. Let me look at that. Operative is with an oh, I should have done that first. Oh well. Oh shit. Okay, it's dead. Can scarcely believe it. On a day like this.
Poor timing for such an accident.
Very suspicious.
Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at
Oxcaster,
exactly
he
the
has
same
one.
moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here.
Yeah, that, I don't think that's a coincidence.
All passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Kinda enjoy this little narration in text form. I've kind of been spoiled by Baldur's Gate having voice narration for almost anything, but
I'm afraid
this is
I
good too.
must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally.
The observation platform is just at the end of this corridor.
Observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Kurt Bow. You can open the map. This is a map. Let's see. Can I talk to you? Crew member is hard as work. Oh, I can inspect these. Tarantula, that's it. Constructed with the blessing of the Adeptus Mechanicum using an STC. A standard template construct in the manufactoriums of Kiava Gamma. This is a Lehman Russ of some description. Lehman Russ battle tank reclaimed and restored by the grace of the God Emperor, the first to breach the capital walls during the pacification of Vortex Cheton. I don't really know what that is, but that's fine. What do we have here? Violet alloy. Symbols card. Okay. Black shard. Strange, barely perceptible glow. Massive golden amalgam interspersed with sparkling particles.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Stone on the pedestal is no doubt solid, but its surface shimmers and changes hue. As if someone has captured a piece of turbulent sea. Huh. I can look at this too. Exhibit is unfinished. Another symbol of the House von Valencia's valor will be displayed. It resembles sea coral. Porous surface is pitted, a sign that it has been underwater. And this is a grey-green crystal with white veins. A little hum can be heard coming from it. Let's see. I believe this is where I'm supposed to go.
I always keep my options open.
Tech priests. Is this the way to this observation deck? Grand Void Ship Temple occupies the entire space below the officer's deck and is lit by countless candles and lumens. Very pious. The
Keep
ship
your wits about you.
found by me. Crew officer. Is this the way to the observation platform or am I lost? Oh shit. I think we're fine. I don't think he's voiced. That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora, says the man dressed in peculiar garb, his voice tight with tension. His face, half of which is covered by sin skin, is twisted in a grimace of displeasure and disbelief. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide, practically an admission of heresy. A tall grey-haired woman pins him with her gaze, her cybernetic eye flashing crimson. Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation, no worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Iron 6, Edelthrad? I'm gonna look around the room as they speak. First impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bones. Yeah, I know what an implant is. Nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted, fuck I can't read, by a slight tick, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valancius' features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible, head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Behind the two of them you see two more men. One is a grey-haired officer of impeccable bearing, who is studying the contents of his data slate, which is like a little PDA thingy. The other is a behemoth, bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manner of weapons. Our second candidate has joined us. Alright, the Edelthrad guy was the other potential heir. The dry female voice and the powerful feeling of being watched force you to look at Theodora. The rogue trader is looking straight at you, and her gaze, like herself, is predatory and oppressive. Jane, approach and give me your answer. Character skills reflect knowledge. Yeah, skill tests! Oh, have I fucking rolled these already? Interesting. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6, a new world on the fringes of the Corona's expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? Name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify that it is witchcraft. I might cause several psychers to do so. I like the Lorcino's answer. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, and if the population of Ion 6 engages in Xeno worship. Theodora arches an eyebrow. Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor. Edelthrad scoffs. Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you, Jane, are simply unaware of their existence. Oh, I like this. I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which as I understand was still more than you could do, Edelthrad. The color drains from Edelthrad's face, which distorts his feature further. Insolent, ignorant upstart, how dare you! Edelthrad? Theodora's tone renders him silent. I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview. I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time. Edelthrad bows ceremoniously and takes his leave without sparing you another look. And there he goes. Goodbye. See you later, I guess. Theodora's gaze follows him as he leaves. Then she turns to you. So, Jane, why are you here? Let's not... This sounds a little... Let's go with this. I do not know just yet. I hope you will clarify that. Theodora smiles wryly. Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo Afscarus. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity, and my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic, the warrant of trade kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness beyond the Imperium, to go where no man has gone before. Never mind that. And carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign and bode death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you, Jane, are one of those with the von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes. She's basically explaining what a rogue trader is. Well, I already know there are other heirs. I'm gonna stick my chin out and say I'm ready to take on the thing. Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Theodora sighs and looks away pensively for a brief moment. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Konrad Voitvia served me for many years before he made his mistake. Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you? His kinship to me is most distant, as is yours. Nonetheless, he does bear the name von Valancius, even if he avoids using it publicly, and as such, strictly speaking, can be considered my heir. That door, however, is close to him. Voidvir's performance in his current role is satisfactory, or it used to be at least. I guess we ask this as well. Naturally, some have yet to arrive on board, but you have had the pleasure of meeting one of them. Ilthrad may be somewhat disconcerted by the scale of the responsibilities that may potentially fall upon his shoulders. However, I have a good feeling about him as a candidate. Sure. Why are you wasting time on me if you're happy with him? She shakes her head. Impatience. I am rather fond of impatient people. They are not as quick to resign themselves to circumstance and more eager to show initiative. Even if I do choose Edelthrad as my successor, I will still require loyal advisors. The skills and knowledge you acquired in your former life may prove invaluable here in the Corona's expanse. Your noble descent is a sign that power lives in your very flesh and blood. You would never doubt your words or actions, never show weakness, never let an involuntary gesture or careless word betray your fears or agitation. At least if your upbringing was as thorough as mine was in my time. Many will grovel at your feet. Governors, commanders, high-born navigators, conceited lords. And navigators are, they're not just people who navigate. They have, there you go, mutant genes that allow them to... If you're familiar with Dune, they're not that dissimilar to those navigators, except these ones don't exactly need spice. Conceited lords, and you cannot allow them to sense weakness in the one who stands above them. Moreover, Theodora inclines her head slightly, your remarkable mental abilities were noted in your profile. If you can find a way to exhibit them in the service of the von Valancius dynasty, well, so much the better. Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now? The vox affixed to Theodora's attire suddenly comes alive, but all you can hear is an unintelligible noise. Theodora winces, shuts off the transmission, and gives you an imperious nod. I have some time before the navigator gives a signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence... Oh, we're in the warp right now, I see. My presence is required on the bridge. I know what a navigator is. I know what a translation from warp is. Incident. Nah, that's begging. Let's tell her about the incident. Is that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance, or it could be the war playing tricks on us in spite of the Gela field, or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all. Abelard. The grey-haired officer gives the rogue trader a look of cautious disapproval. Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff. Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. She turns to you. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of spectres dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live. And that was the thing, when you made a ship in the pen and paper RPG, you could roll for weird stuff about the ship, and one of those was for it to be possessed and having a personality, kind of. Let's go with, where is your ship headed? The Reichard system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Only 3 rogue traders exist in the Corona's expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Reichard on the demand. Theodora grimaces. She gives you a stern look, then shrugs. For a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time. What are my current responsibilities? Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you, as I did for Edelthrod. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide. And I have no more questions. In that case, I shall head to... Theodora's vox awakens once more. This time you pick up shouting. The Lord Captain freezes, listening to the voxcast, then nods and draws a weapon. Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. She glances at you. Is it possible the chance to prove your worth may It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated. Combat. Oh shit. The fuck are these guys? Some sort of cultists? Heresy? Forge?
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
In turns, order is determined by initiative roll. Got it. Start the battle. Oh, okay. Bottom is the one going. Case of Abelard seems pretty good. Mort. Hello. He's got a melter. It's crazy. Heretic cutthroats. Cover. Ooh. We XCOMing it. course, Theodora decided to take that spot. If I go here, can I take a shot at this guy, I wonder? Looks like I can, if I understand that correctly. What is it this? You serve me. I don't think I'm in a position to do that. I'm gonna analyze the fuck out of that guy. And then I'm gonna take the shot.
I'll make it happen. Your end was inevitable.
That's a whole ass guy. And I seem to have action points enough to reload. Critical. Oh, I did a critical. Nice. Hopefully I get all action points back when I complete a turn. I'm not sure about that though. Heretic Brawl.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Okay, he's taking a few hits. Ooh, you got a plasma pistol? Nice. Okay, we got opportunity attacks, evidently.
Reduced to dust.
Jesus. Positive effect. Your character has received a temporary positive effect from an ally. Okay. Hover your cursor over the effect's icon. This. Kill them. Plus 50 ballistic skill. That's a lot. If I go here, I got a line on that guy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna analyze him.
Who, if not me?
Then I'm gonna take the shot.
I'll make it happen. You never stood a chance.
Sweet. I see no reason not to reload, so let's do that. What is this? Momentum. What does it do? A special combat resource required for using the unique abilities called Heroic Acts and Desperate Measures. Huh. What do you know? I'm sure we'll figure that out as we go.
Oh, this'll leave a scar.
Oh, okay. Combat over. I see. Theodora waves her hand in a commanding gesture. Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single horse-on survive. The rogue trader turns her eyes to you. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, hmm? Not bad. I've seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel. She looks at the Vox in her hand. All we can hear is lifeless static. I'm gonna suggest that the incident with the rampaging servitors may be connected to what is transpiring now. Possibly. Quite likely. Theodora winces and flicks the switch on her Vox a few times. We'll investigate at a later time. Right now, we need to isolate the affected compartments and try to assess the situation. What are your orders? She breaks eye contact with you. Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Archmilitant requires aid. And be quick about it. Find the Archmilitant. Officer's upper deck. Okay. Oh, movement is quite fast. Oh jeez, combat is happening, I think. Though I don't seem to be able to take part in it. I don't know where he went exactly. I'm gonna go this way. I feel like this was the way to go. I think. I don't know.
Let us not dawdle.
There's Mort. Casually walking into fire. I mean, man's got a melter gun. Gotta keep moving forward. Get in range. Oh, it's Conrad. Thank Providence you're alive and well. Always in time, eh, Conrad? The moment we've finished chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. Could set your chrono by it. Mort, pull yourself together. The Archmilitant looks back at you. What? Did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We are all done here. I'll report right away. Mort pulls his Vox from the belt and hurriedly reports on the situation. Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent, the Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck and my Archmilitant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report. I have not yet received word from the Enginearium regarding any Gellerfield's failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only vox casts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. Voidveer pauses. That the madmen have already reached the officer's decks suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny. I'm just gonna say that if this is a severe case of warp. Actually, let's just ask this question. This is a good question to ask. Who would attempt mutiny here in the warp? Lunatics, fools, heretics. The ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable. First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. I have the means to do both things at once. Her expression changes as her eyes flash ominously. Theodora looks at Voidveer. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons. I try to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on transitional deck 18. Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas, and the Sister of Battle. Ooh, Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Archmilitant, with me. I must go to my study, and it appears that we might encounter heretics along the way. Jane? Theodora glances at you thoughtfully. If I may, Lord Captain. Voidveer's voice is soft and cautious. Transitional deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I am not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the house as the esteemed Archmilitant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers... Goodbye? Then it's settled. Jane, find Edelthrad and bring him here, in whatever state you find him. This elevator... She points at the massive doors. Leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both, understand? Should we lick some boots for the time being? Let's just lick a little boots. Oh, actually, was that... Did I choose dialogue for him? Theodora waves a hand impatiently. Then move out. Mort, come. Voidveer gives you a nod. We're ready to head to 18. It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear. I shall make do. Lead the way. Of course you will. He rummages in his pocket for something. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant. With a pop and a sharp crackle, something hits you in the abdomen. No, this motherfucker. Promise you a special destiny, Jane. It is time to fulfill it. Ooh, intrigue. Ooh, excitement. Now, I kind of wanna. I'm gonna see what state we wake up in, but this might be a good time to. Is that?
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest.
Ooh, voice acting.
She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber, and for
that, I see.
Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Can I? I can. I can't save game here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause. And I'm gonna check some stuff, see that everything is recording fine, and I'll be back on the next episode, maybe? You know what? Either this will be one episode, and I'll be playing this by myself, or there will be a second episode. You'll just have to wait and see. We'll figure it out as we go. But if not in the next episode of this, which may or may not come, I might see you in something else. So have a good one, and I'll hopefully see you later.